Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first installment of the Nicky Veil YouTube podcast. I am your host, the future six-time pro wrestling heavyweight champion, the future two-time mixed martial arts champion, the drummer for Death Sings and Melody, the author, the actor, the most overall most entertaining man on planet Earth. I am Nicky Veil, and I am joined by my two most annoying cousins ever, Scarecrow, founder and president of Golden Dream Wrestling, and Tiffany Veil. I guess she's a part of Golden Dream Wrestling somehow, or vice president, or the valet, or part-time wrestler or something. Manager. That's a valet.
Keep going.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about Alberto Del Rio situation with WWE. We are going to talk about Spike TV situation with Impact Wrestling. We are going to talk about the breaking news between War Machine and Christy Mack. We're going to talk about Mayhem Fest because all three of us today have gone to Mayhem when it was in Hartford, Connecticut a while back, and it was a freaking amazing show. At least I thought so.
Oh, yeah.
And last, we're going to end the show with remembering Robin Williams, who recently passed due to suicide, and we're going to talk about that whole situation. And we're just going to remember Robin Williams. So let's get this thing started. Alberto Del Rio, that situation, basically a WWE social media manager. Sorry, I had to beat up Tiffany Veil. She's being a jerk. A WWE social media manager was told to clean off his plate and catering, and he said, no, that's Alberto Del Rio's job. Alberto Del Rio, obviously taking offense to that racist remark, confronted him, and when the social media manager refused to apologize and just laughed at Alberto, Mr. Del Rio slapped him in the face. He was immediately released from WWE, and WWE is putting full blame on Alberto for being, quote, unprofessional. So, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I'm not a big fan of that. I think both of them should be punished, but not released. Maybe the social media manager for making a racist remark should be released, but Del Rio, I always thought was a great in-ring competitor, and I just didn't like his heel character, though. I thought his heel character was kind of bland, but he was a great martial artist. He was a great professional wrestler, and just a great guy overall, as far as I know, to work with. So, what do you guys think about all this?
I was never really a fan of Alberto Del Rio. The thing I liked about him was the kick off the top rope. I keep forgetting what the name of it.
The Enzikuri.
Yeah, the Enzikuri, and I liked that when Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez were in the rivalry with the Big Show, how Ricardo would always get knocked out.
Yeah, he's always get knocked out by Big Show. That was, Ricardo Rodriguez recently got released from WWE too, which kind of poses a lot of people who are inside with WWE, former workers with them, say that WWE has been somewhat racist. I mean, they're saying that you all know that Rey Mysterio wants to be released from his contract, but WWE has extended his contract because all the time off that Rey Mysterio took due to injury. Alberto Del Rio is immediately getting released for, defending his heritage. Should he have smacked him? No, but is the social media manager, he's not getting in any sort of trouble or facing the consequences for making a racist remark in the first place. And it's just, I personally believe there's obviously something going on. I mean, Ricardo Rodriguez was released too. He was part of the Spanish announce team and former manager for Rob Van Dam, and most notably Alberto Del Rio, great ring announcer, very funny guy. I remember one time he had his tux ripped off, and it revealed that he had a Justin Bieber shirt on. I thought that was pretty hilarious. He was a great wrestler. If you ever went to a live event, he had great lucha libre. He's overall great wrestler, and it's just sad to see all these great Mexican wrestlers leave the company and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, Tiffany, what are your thoughts on this?
Now, I think he should have been treated fairly, and it's kind of not fair, because, you shouldn't be making fun of other people, 'cause like, what if they were making fun of like you? Like, you wouldn't like it either. And if I got made fun of like that, I would probably punch someone in the face. I mean, it's just wrong making fun of other people. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, they were making fun of your heritage. I mean, that's wrong, and nothing's being done about it. That was a racist remark, and that's not cool. I mean, and now because of it, we've lost a great wrestler. We've lost a great entertainer. I personally did not like his heel gimmick, but when he was face and he was hanging out with the Big Show and, you know, doing all that work with the Big Show, and, you know, he had some stuff going on with Dolph Ziggler too that really helped put Ziggler over as world champion. And so how do you guys think about his character? I mean, his in-ring work undeniably is some of the best we've seen in a while, that lucha libre style. And what do you guys think of his character though, his gimmicks?
I again was not a biggest fan of him. His ring work was probably one of the best in WWE, no doubt about it, but I didn't really like his storylines. I mean, some of them were good, but the others were just like stupid. Like when he was calling Rey Mysterio Chihuahua and stuff, I wasn't a big fan of that. Thought that was kind of stupid, but you know, his ring work is definitely amazing. I like his ring work, and like Scarecrow said, I'm not really a big fan of him. And
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, he was dealt a bad hand in WWE. I don't think he lived up to his full potential. Like, I really don't remember his reigns as a WWE champion. It was all that, you know, significant whatsoever. His world championship reign when, you know, he beat the Big Show was significant, but after that, you know, he had a rivalry with Rob Van Dam. I can't name anything that really stood out about that. And
yeah, that was very bad.
He jobs John Cena, you know, the Superman of WWE, which is, you know, typical. But apparently TNA is looking to pick up Alberto Del Rio too. But TNA may not be around for all too much longer, because if their deal with Spike TV goes up, then we won't have a TNA. Let's face it, they don't have any, you know, European, you know, they don't have any European fan base anymore. They're not on TV over in Europe all that much anymore. You know, they had Explosion, but that's about it. Impact Wrestling, I mean, I'll be honest, like, since, you know, 2011 and stuff, it's kind of, the product for me has kind of gone down. I'm not really a big fan of, the ring work anymore. But Destination X, I mean, the X division has always been a major part of TNA. That's what put them on the map. And, you know, crowning Samoa Joe as the new X Division champion, you know, Destination X, I mean, really, I feel like if they really, you know, that war between Team EC3 and Team Bully Ray and putting TNA President Dixie Carter through a table, I mean, that was amazing. I mean, I feel like their product is starting to go up, but if they don't make out a deal with Spike TV, I mean, it's not going to last all that much longer. And after their deal with Spike TV goes up, they're going to lose a lot of business, because their American fan base is really all they have left right now, and it's kind of starting to go up. They don't have many people going to their live events or their base brawls or.
I don't watch TNA. I really don't watch that much wrestling. I mean, I really only watch SmackDown. But when like it's nice and relaxed, I might watch like some like UFC or something like that. But like I don't watch TNA, but from what I've heard, they're going down very, very quick.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Jericho touched on it on his Talk Is Jericho podcast that he really helped inspire the Nicky Veil YouTube podcast. But he said that, you know, at any time in the WWE, Vince McMahon could walk up to you and say, hey, you're fired. Never show your face around here again. And you want an alternative to go to. I mean, Rob Van Dam has gone to TNA. Kurt Angle's in TNA. Jeff Hardy's in TNA. Matt Hardy's been in TNA multiple times. Gail Kim's in TNA. You know, it's you always want that alternative. I personally think once Global Force Wrestling debuts, Jeff Jarrett's new company, I think that could really turn out to be a mainstream thing. Or maybe if TNA does go under, a Ring of Honor or some other company will really begin to hit mainstream. Well, Ring of Honor is mainstream, but it's not exactly on TV or anything. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, until, you know, another company comes into mainstream, I really don't think that TNA should go under. But if they don't significantly, and I do mean significantly, improve their week-to-week products, I mean, it's they might very well go under. And if they don't work out a deal with Spike TV, they're going to go under. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Tiffany, what do you think about this? I mean, you've been pretty quiet, not talking much, eating food. What are your thoughts on TNA and the Spike TV deal?
Well, I don't really know much about it. I don't watch TNA or anything. Not even really wrestling.
Oh, well then shut up. We'll move on to the next thing. you really can't if you don't even know what's going on. I mean, I feel like I'm the only one who knows what's going on here.
I don't even know really much about that stuff. So I know that like TNA's like might not be on Spike TV anymore, but like that's really it. I mean, I know Matt and Jeff Hardy, Hulk Hogan, a whole bunch of people are at TNA now.
Not Hulk Hogan anymore.
Oh yeah, but like he used to and stuff. But like, I'm not a big TNA fan, and it's mostly because they're going downhill with money and not being